Everybody, Randy here in the Eastwood Garage with another live video on Facebook, YouTube, and at eastwood.com. Today I've got Bo with us, and he's going to help you select the right compressor for your tools and your garage. And if you have any question, as always, everybody's favorite lead tech advisor, Scotty C, is here today. Scotty, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. So if you guys have any questions today, make sure you get them up, YouTube, Facebook. I'm here to answer them. I can always shoot them over to Bo and Randy.
All right. So, first off, let me just get this out of the way. If you are a serious car guy doing a restoration, your buddies are helping you, you're going to be operating a pressure blaster, you want to paint a whole car,
Do anything
and
you
you're
want with an air
serious.
compressor.
The 80-gallon ones. That's what I'm saying. Go for the 80-gallon ones right away if you're a serious guy. Now, there's a lot of people that maybe say, well, what if I'm not operating a pressure blaster? What if I'm not operating all these, air hog tools? Well, we've got a ton of compressors, and we're going to go through them all here quickly and help everybody select the right compressor for their garage and for the tools that they'll be using, because not everybody's using a pressure blaster or a plasma cutter. So, can we get started? Let's get started here with this cute little guy down here, this little 3-gallon Pancake compressor. So,
this is our little air Pancake compressor. We brought it in specifically for hot coating. Works great with our powder guns, lets you spray powder, lets you clean out the guns, do everything you need. Also works great for filling up tires, basketballs, pool floats.
powder coating.
Powder coating.
Right.
I mean, basically just a very simple, minimal use. Like I said, main job was powder coating, but it can do some other household tasks.
Yeah, and powder coating is really big. It's big not only with our demographic, but it's also, our typical auto restoration enthusiasts, but a lot of people doing crafts and stuff powder coat too. And that's a great compressor for that job. So now we're going to step up a little bit. Bigger 30-gallon one, like the Pancake compressor. It operates on standard 110, 120 volts. So you just plug it right in your wall and you're going.
Exactly. Don't have to put any special electrical in for it. This is for the DIY guy. He's in his garage, he's wanting to do some automotive work, run an impact gun, air ratchet, maybe some body saws, plasma cutter.
Yeah, so you'll be able to do a plasma cutter with this.
You will. You won't be able to use it non-stop or do huge cuts, but it will supply enough air that you can do most cuts you need to do and get the job done. Like I said, not a ton of air, but it's going to let you do a lot of things. Impact gun.
Like powder coating and stuff too.
Exactly.
Like we're doing, like everything that one's going to do. Put air in your tires, powder coating.
Light painting, say you got to paint a hood, a bumper, one panel. This is going to give you enough air to do a small project. Nothing big, but a small project.
So you can carry the wet edge.
Exactly.
That's the key to the painting, right? You want to
keep that wet edge going so you can get everything uniform and one side to the other.
Cool. So let's step up then. This one here is 60-gallon, twice the
60-gallon, twice the air, very similar to the 30-gallon over there. It uses the same pump, slightly bigger motor, and a much bigger tank. With the bigger tank, you get more air volume. This is going to let you do a lot of what that does, but do it for longer. So if you want to use your impact gun, that you could probably get a couple tires off. This, you can probably do all 4. If you want to paint, you can do a bigger panel.
Yeah.
Plasma cut, longer cuts. Even sanding, grinding, you'll be able to do more with this because it has more air before it has to recharge. So
blast cabinet.
Blast cabinet, you won't be able to do huge jobs in there, but you can do small parts, wheels, might take a couple times to recharge, but you can do it. Still a DIY guy, but a little bit more serious DIY guy.
So basically the difference in a lot of these is going to be the recharge time.
Exactly.
You can do it, but maybe not for 5 or 10 minutes straight.
Recharge time and, maximum pressure they can put out. But yeah, as you get bigger, they're going to have more of both of those.
Yeah, and I should have mentioned we have a chart. And at the end of this video, we're going to post a chart. It's going to be at eastwood.com, but it's also going to be at the end of the video. Here, you can see it right here. So when this video is over, we'll have links to take it Eastwood, and we'll also have this chart up for like 15 seconds, and you'll be able to pause it if you want to review it and go over what we did here and really pick out the right compressor.
Yeah, and it gives you the basic guidelines of what the compressor is going to let you do.
Yeah. So, all right, another 60-gallon.
It's another 60, a little bit different though. So with this one, we have a high flow pump. It's got 3 cylinders on it. It can push more air than the other 2 can. Still holds the same amount of volume, but with the extra flow into the tank, again, you can do everything those can do, but longer.
Okay.
You can do some more painting. So with this one, with the higher flow, instead of doing 1 panel, you can do a couple panels. It's going to give you a little bit more room, ability to move. Pressure blasting, again, with a blast cabinet, you're going to be able to do it longer because you have more air flowing in. Impact guns will run longer. Cut-off tools that use more air will run well with this. Basically getting into all your DIY automotive necessities and restoration necessities with this unit.
So this is for the guy who's who's restoring a car, using a fair amount of tools in his garage.
Yeah,
This
more
one-
of the weekend warrior. He's got a pretty serious project going on.
right.
It's going to let him run everything he needs to run and do the jobs he needs to do.
All right. Well, before we get to the 80 gallons, should we see if we have any questions? We're moving along here pretty good.
Yeah, you guys are cruising, but one of the questions I got so far is kind of what's the minimum you would need, the smallest for a blast cabinet, and really to get you started, it's just a moderate use, at least the 60 gallon, the 3.7, which is that one right
This
there that
one right
Randy's
here.
currently standing in front of.
Yeah.
That's going to be the bare minimum to be able to do that, just because it'll get you started, but it wouldn't be anything continuous use.
Well, and even just so I have the 30 gallon at my house, I don't have a lot of room in my garage, so I can't fit one of these in, unfortunately. I have our benchtop blast cabinet. I can blast with the little one for a minute or two at a time.
Short little
It's
bursts.
not very efficient, but when
Yeah.
I'm doing bike parts, it lets me get by. If you're okay with that, it can work, but don't expect to be able to do a whole rim in one shot with the little one.
Yeah.
Even the bigger one would have a hard time depending upon how much blasting you need to do. So it just comes down to what you're looking to get out of it and what you're willing to work with.
Yeah, and how long you're willing to wait for it to recharge.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Scott, any other questions right now?
We're good for the time being.
Okay. Well, like as we were saying, if you have any questions, post them as a comment on Facebook, YouTube. Scott will answer them or throw them back to us. And even if you're watching this recorded, you can still post them. We'll try to take care of you, usually the same day. So now the two big boys, the 80-gallon compressors.
The big uns. So it's an 80-gallon compressor, huge pump, big motor. This is for the serious guy. Maybe him and his friend want to work on the car. He's doing, full restorations like you see us doing on the Camaro and the Corvair around here. Tons of flow, tons of power. This is going to do everything you want it to do. It's going to run your air tools, your cutoff tools, your impact guns, your air ratchets. It's going to run your blast cabinets, your pressure blasters.
The
You can
pressure
take-
blaster is a big one.
It is. I mean, it's essentially just an open hose.
Yeah.
So dumps air out. The other thing this is going to let you do, full paint jobs. So if you want to
Okay.
paint a whole car, this is your compressor.
No problem. And multiple users, it looks like?
Multiple users, so you and a friend, if you want to be sanding a panel while he's doing something else, it's going to run both of you just because, again, bigger pump, bigger tank, gives you everything you need to do that.
And has all the pressure regulators, everything right there on it.
It does. It has the built-in control panel, so if you just want to run off of this, you can adjust it here, set where you need to work at, and you're good to go.
Now, and these, like the 60s, are all going to be 220, 240 volt.
Exactly. All the bigger
Or
units are all hardwired
hardwired.
in, so you'll need to get those set up like that. But,
And here's something else we should have pointed out. Made in the USA.
that's right,
So all these compressors here that you're seeing, they all have,
except for the little one.
except for the Pancake.
Yeah, the Pancake,
Pancake.
unfortunately, we do import.
30s, 60s, and 80s are all made in USA. So now the biggest one, this is more, you got to be real
This is the
serious,
ultimate
or-
solution, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
typically you're going to use this in the shop, but some guys just want to have the biggest and the baddest. And this is the way to go. The biggest pump out of all of them, the biggest motor out of all of them. Comes with this starter here to help protect the motor because it is so big. It's 80 gallons. The average home enthusiast DIY guy will not be able to throw enough at this to use it to its fullest.
Okay.
But on that same note, you never have to worry about not having enough air. It's going to do your pressure blasters, your paints, blast cabinets, tools, multiple users, anything you want to do in your normal, home shop setting.
Yeah.
This is going to do it for you. Again, just 80 gallons, big pump,
Awesome.
everything you need.
So I guess, Scott, any questions? Are we good?
We're good right now.
We're moving along pretty good here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess then in
That's it.
summary, it's, if you're just joining us, you can watch us. We're just trying to help everybody select the right compressor for their garage, their shop, or the tools that they'll be using. So I guess briefly, this is more professional, multiple users. That's everything. This 80-gallon one here, this is for the serious guy restoring his car who is probably going to use those air hogs, who is going to use a blaster and doesn't want to wait for anything to recharge.
Yeah, they just want the air when they need it, or they got a friend that's working with them and they don't want to have to worry about
Yeah.
using too much air at once.
And we've got a couple 60 gallons. So this one right here is,
Again, higher flow, more air, 60-gallon storage, so it's a little bit more serious DIY guy, more of the hobbyist, looking to do restoration projects and wants to have, a good flow of air but doesn't have the money for the big guys over here.
yeah, or the room.
Or the room.
He's got a little, it's fairly compact.
It is.
So-
And then
This other 60 gallon.
this 60, it's an economical version, still going to let you do a lot of stuff. It's just going to have some limitations. I mean, You'll still be able to use most of your air tools, do painting. It's just you won't be able to do a full paint job.
Quite as long.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the 30-gallon one is portable.
It's portable. It runs off of 120,
120.
so you don't have to have it hardwired into your house. Easy to use. Still going to let you do a lot of stuff, just limited in how much you can do at once.
Yeah.
So it's a good solution. Like I said, I have it at my house because I just don't have the room for the bigger one.
If you're looking at these powers and tools, powder coating.
Exactly. Powder coating, impact gun, air ratchet, stuff like that for working on your vehicle.
And speaking of powder coating, down here on the floor, our little portable pancake compressor, which is brought in for the guy who's doing powder coating, right?
It was. I mean, it's small, it's fairly quiet, and it does the job. You don't need a ton of air for powder coating, and this actually gives you more than you need. So again, you can powder coat, you can clean your guns and whatever afterwards.
Yeah, if you're airbrushing or anything like that.
Exactly,
too.
airbrushing.
Inflating stuff around the house. Just
Yep.
have your wife and kids can use it. And
Kid's bicycle needs some air in the tires.
There
Pull this
it
little
is.
guy out and fill it up.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Bo.
No problem.
Appreciate it. So, yeah, don't forget to follow us and subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook. If you're on YouTube and you want to be notified of these live videos, there should be like a little bell icon in the top corner. Make sure you click that and you will be notified. And while we're checking out, I guess let's go to that chart so everybody can pick out the compressor that they need for their garage. So, and don't forget to join us Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time for more live videos. All right.